Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on my channel, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be playing a game called Dauntless. Now, I don't have much experience with Dauntless. I've been playing it for around 3 weeks. Picked it up, had some fun with it, I quite enjoy it, and yeah, my first video on it is going to be a build video, so let's get right into it. So over here, we have the weapon you're going to be using. It's going to be the Poisonous Fawn. This is the legendary sword for Angerus, I think that's how you pronounce it. It is the Terra Keystone Behemoth, and basically these are the cells that you're going to have inside of it. Guardian and Medic. For your mod on your sword, you're going to have Mending Blade Core, and special is going to be Valiant Overdrive. Bond is going to be Skarn's Rancor, and no trackers, you don't need them. The Omnicell you're going to use is going to be Artificer. I will get into why this is later. Your Lantern, Skarn's Definite, and the cell inside of it is Cascade. Let's go over to the helmet. This is the main part of the set. Prismatic Grace, gives +3 medic. Gonna have Pulse inside. Here we have Warp Plate, has Aegis inside, Thunder Deep's Regulators with Blade Storm inside, and Wolf's Paws with Knockout King inside. Over here is the perk summary. Overall, pretty decent build. It's a supportive build, and I have not power surged any of these yet, which I probably will at some point, but overall, it's a pretty good build if you want to be supportive with your teammates. Now, how this works is I will get into now. So, I have now hopped into a private Emberthorn Cove lobby, and basically, I'm just going to show you what all your abilities do, stuff like that, and how the build sort of comes together. So, first let's go over the Omnicell. All you have to do is press V to activate it, and it does have a few different perks, as I'll show you now. So, active command, your drone acts based on your target. So these are all the different, I guess, choices you have to do with it while it's off cooldown. Passive, increase the amount of health and shield granted by Alpha Aura, which is basically used in most of these things. So, pressing it on the ground will summon this sort of, I guess, barrier, which blocks all incoming damage from projectile attacks. While you're in this, you also get a passive health regeneration, as you can see at my health bar. If your health is maxed, it will start turning into shield. This is good for protection and all the good stuff. It has a pretty short cooldown, so you can constantly put it on the ground if you want. This goes for all slayers, so anyone in this area gets protected, and this circle is the aura it was talking about here. So, first, we showed the ground one, create a wall that blocks hostile protections and grasps the aura to nearby slayers. Now, if you attach it to a slayer, it will remove all negative effects, which I will show you now. Okay, so here we have our test subject, farming, and I will show you what it is to put on a slayer. So putting it on a slayer will make it follow them around, which basically just gives them the aura like it's on the ground, but it's attached to a slayer, and a bonus effect is it removes all of the negative effects from that slayer. Now let's move on to the next one, when you put it on a behemoth. So, hopping back over to a private lobby, I'll show you what it's like to put it on a behemoth. Basically, the gist of it is when you put it on a behemoth part, which I'll show you now, you'll see this little, you can see how it has attached itself to the behemoth. Now the part that it's attached to will take bonus damage. So since it was attached to the head would take bonus damage. Let me attach it back to the head. So as you can see, the head will take more damage than usual. which is pretty good for supporting your teammates as you can hit off some extra DPS. Now, let's move on to the lantern. As you can see, I have this rock order around me, which does damage around like things around you, like creatures, behemoths, or whatever. And you get a shield that generates slowly over time, which you will see at my health bar how it has gained increasingly. Now, another perk of using the lantern in this build is that the bond on the sword, basically, after using your lantern ability, grant a stackable 175 health. So basically, it gives, when you use your lantern, not only does it regenerate some shield, your bond also gives you extra shield, which then you distribute with your teammates, Pretty simple. Just hold V to activate this. And the other effect of this build is Cascade, which generates random, random boosts which spawn around you. As you can see, you can pick up these boosts and they do random effects depending on which one it is. So at +5 for the build, it randomly generates 4 boosts: healing, stamina, power, and I think it's just a heal, yeah. As you can see, the lower it gets down, the less like boosts it gives. At +5, that's what it gives. Now, let's move on to the legendary ability. Now, I forgot to mention one thing about the Omnicell. When you equip it to a Slayer, if they're downed, you'll just revive them, like normally how you would revive them, which I will get more into a bit more detail later as we get to the helmet. So, now to explain what the legendary ability does. On use, you will revive everyone around you and yourself. After using this ability, it also grants a passive regeneration buff, which can be used normally even if you're not downed, but it's suggested to be used if one of your teammates are downed or something like that. To explain the legendary ability in more detail, basically you press G, revival slayers, granting them healing over time and immunity to stagger, usable while you're downed, and it resets on behemoth kill or after 5 minutes. So it does have a 5-minute cooldown, but if you do kill a behemoth, it comes back instantly. Now, let's move on to the armor set. Now, these, the chest plate, the boots, and the gloves don't really do much. Well, they kind of do, but... So, the gloves, basically, 25% more lantern ability and effectiveness, and it also gives 2 zeal, which basically just ups how much shields you get from the lantern. And the plate gives +2 Aegis, which adds to the Aegis stat, and its special ability is increase all shields received by 8%, which is always good. Now this, it gives 2 Cascade, which adds to the build. It also, on Lantern Hold, randomly generate 2 of the following boosts. So again, it adds to the boost that you get. Now for the helmet, this is where it actually gets crazy. So this is the main part of the support build. This is the reason why this is pretty good to, what would you call it? The reason that this whole build works the way it does. So, start off, it gives +3 medic, which is always good to have, as it adds to the medic perk, which just lets you, after reviving an ally, gain a 300 health shield, and you also just increase revive speed and how much they're healed, which is good for a support build. Now, its unique effect is where it gets pretty cool. After reviving another player, grant them a radiant prison that blocks incoming damage for 5 seconds. Basically, whenever you revive someone, you make them invincible for 5 seconds, which is a plus. The first time you take lethal damage, so like basically the first time in a behemoth fight when you're gonna die, you don't die and you gain a shield instead that makes you invincible, sort of like when you're reviving a player. Now, this blocks incoming damage for 10 seconds instead of 5. While active, reviving another player fully restores both players. So if you have this prism up and you're reviving someone, it fully revives both your guys' HP. But it will remove the prism if you revive him. Even at full danger, resets the behemoth kill, or after 5 minutes. So it has a 5-minute cooldown, which is longer than the legendary ability. And if you kill the behemoth, it resets, sort of like the legendary ability. So, that's basically the armor explained. Already gone over all the cells. Yeah, that's basically the entire build. Now I'm going to go into a bit of... what would you say? I'm going to go into a lobby and see just how good I can support my teammate. I think I'll queue for a Blazeworks lobby because a lot of people are grinding the event there, so I could probably help out a lot of people. Okay. There is some players over here, that's good. Let's go over to the event. So they're fighting a flammable and where's it keep? The island event is infernal gas. So let's slash it. Okay, that was really good. Okay, that is not good. Now, there is the prism ability in work. As you could see, I was about to die, but it kept me alive. See if we can kill this thing. Now, I am by any means not a good sword player. I am just merely trying to make a supportive build for you guys to use if you wish to. Now, I don't suggest to use this build while you're alone, unless you need help to stay alive, I guess. Because its damage output is not really the best. So, you're better off using a damage build if you're trying to kill behemoths. This is mainly used for when you're doing team play. Now I can revive my teammate using that. Now the boost of this is, as I stated before, with the helmet, it gives that prison to everybody who you revive. Now, it gives that prison to people that you use to revive with your Omnicell. So if I try to revive them with my Omnicell, it'll apply the prism, and if you use your legendary ability to do it, it'll also apply the prism. So basically, all reviving techniques give that prism buff. And this is not good. We're doing horrible. Actually, no, we're not doing that bad. Okay, there's fire everywhere, and I'm currently done. That is great. Alright, get some more hits. Get some boost on the floor, there we go, he's dead. Let's see. Is this the last behemoth of the raid? Yep, main claim our reward. Let's see. Just where's the curious stuff? Yeah, it's nice. I don't know where these guys are going next, but I'll probably just follow them. I think one of them just slow. No, he's going over there. Let's follow him, see if we can help him. Let's just see how supportive we can get. So I think he's fighting this kosher, eh? Alright. Start reading the damage. I am by no means a professional, by the way. We missed that. Nope. Okay, doing good damage, doing good damage. Onto a quarter left. I think he's gonna die. Might as well activate the legendary ability. And he's dead. Alright, let's move on. So, if you did make it this far and you did enjoy the content, don't forget to like and subscribe. I hope this helped you if you're looking for a supportive build that you needed. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.